Yo, I'm Sickfishsticks and thanks for clicking on my video. I scout the interwebs and gather all the free games each week and serve them to your beautiful face. If you want to stay up to date on what's free in the gaming world for better or worse, then subscribe and let's go. Starting us off, Postmouse, and man does this bad boy look impressive. There's something here and I'm not quite sure what it is. Camera work, world design, minimal UI, something. Because I really felt tiny during my brief time with it, and that's fairly difficult for a troll like me. You'll have the pleasure of joining Postmouse on their very first journey to deliver mail in a treacherous world unfit for such a tiny mouse. You get to explore ruins, meet charming characters, and solve interesting puzzles. When I was a student, I could barely get dressed in the morning, so for a student game this is really impressive. It should take you around 30 minutes to complete, unless you're a bit thick, then add an extra 30 minutes. It was released just a few days ago, so it's still fresh and uncorrupted. 83 reviews, sending this bad boy to the very positive list on Steam, and well deserved. What a great start. Next up, we take a quick jump over to the Epic Store for Honor, which is free to play until February 9th. So if you haven't tried it, now is the time. This game is like my ex. It's beautiful and interesting on the surface, but incredibly unresponsive and very unbalanced on the inside. Or let me put it like this, imagine trying to eat a delicious meal with a plastic fork that breaks every 30 seconds. It's currently sitting in with mixed ratings, which I think is very deserved. The game doesn't know whether to balance around 4 versus 4 or 1 versus 1, and that causes imbalances in both modes. Overall, however, I think it's definitely more positive than negative. If you take the time to learn all the complex mechanics in the game, I think you can have tons of fun. I suggest you go try it out and let me know if you agree with my findings. Next up, we have an epilepsy-inducing, PTSD-triggering roguelike bullet hell, Invader prologue. According to the developer, you get to use a variety of weapons and hacking add-ons to create your own combat build and wipe out disturbing enemies. Disturbing enemies. You should see my wife in the morning. That will show you disturbing. You, my friend, have only cute enemies. Anyway, hack and slash away with Invader prologue over on Steam. It has 38 reviews, landing it on the positive list so far. Next freebie, Bloody Hell, a short but sweet game about an angel on a bloody bullet hell mission to kill Satan. Dash, double dash, grapple and blast your way through hell to fulfill your holy mission. It's actually a fun little game that I would even recommend if it was sub $10, but it's free. It could be a mistake from the developer who maybe forgot to add a 1 in front of the 0. So hurry your juicy booty over to Steam and take this Satan for a ride. Bloody Hell was released on the 27th of January, just a few days ago, and it's currently sitting in with 407 reviews on Steam that send this bad boy to the very positive review tier. I mean, that's a great start. Dysterra is free to play for the next few days over on Steam. Dysterra is a sci-fi based survival game with what the developers call particularly enhanced futuristic FPS gameplay, whatever the hell that means. The developers also mixed in common survival elements and looting, crafting, building, and so on and so forth. It's still in early access, so I guess you can see yourself as a guinea pig helping out the developers polish and balance their game. From what I can see in the review section, it definitely needs it. Anyway, Dysterra is free to play for the next few days and sitting in with mixed reviews on Steam. In my last video, I mentioned City of Gangsters and Dishonored Death of the Outsider being free on the Epic Store, so we won't dive too deep into those, but from September 9th you can get your hands on Recipe for Disaster. Recipe for Disaster is a management sim that captures the fast-paced, drama-filled environment of a professional kitchen and dining room. You get to build your restaurant, create recipes, design menus, and manage your staff, all while dealing with annoying Karens as customers. A good way to describe this game is if The Sims and Overcooked had a baby, so if you think that mix would be good, then we know what you're doing on February 9th. A quick shout out to The Sims 4 being free on the Epic Store as well. It's a nice game. You can live out your fantasies like have a reliable income, a house, a family, nice furniture, a social life, friends, and I could go on and on and on. I love making myself as a sim and drowning myself whenever I'm depressed from remembering how EA treat me as a customer. Anyway, Sims 4 free on the Epic Store if you haven't picked it up elsewhere. Last but not least, I wanna round this video off over on Steam with Aashaa, a short and charming atmospheric 2D precision platformer taking place in medieval India, where you must take back the throne from your super jealous brother. So get ready to die repeatedly in your journey to climb back up and get your throne. We don't really see a lot of games having an Indian setting, so I thought it was worth a mention in order to spice things up. Did you see what I just did there? And that's pretty much all I have for you in this one. Thanks a lot for watching the video. Thumbs up if you liked it. Thumbs down if you didn't. Subscribe if you haven't. Like, why not? It means a lot. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.